Hey, it's Brian here from quantlabs.net. I'm going to show you something that is pretty well saving me a ton of time. I've got kind of tired of this queuing stuff for building this trading platform. There's been a lot of speculation on this complex event processing, which of any aspect of building a platform, this process is probably the hardest. As I keep saying, trading strategies and algorithms are easy compared to this. This product I'm about to show you makes life a lot easier. It's probably not the most optimal for performance, but to get up and running fairly quickly is good. It gives you a nice infrastructure to work off of. You can get into big data and all the trendy, fun stuff out there. So right now, what I'm showing you is SQL Server. Okay, this is the SQL Server Server Management Studio, which is the 2012. Okay, now one of the major features of this new version of SQL Server is something called Microsoft StreamInsight. I've talked about this before, but I've always speculated that this could be a way to build a very, I won't say simple complex event processing system, or otherwise known as a CEP. So I'm going to refer to as CEP from here on in this video. But this is a really good solution and easy to set up. I was shocked on how easy it was to set up, minus all this other stuff I've seen that are the equivalent. There's things like Esper and all that. It pales in comparison to the simplicity of what Microsoft's done with this project. So in here, if you look for StreamInsight samples under codeplex.com, you'll find this link. Now if you go into the downloads, you'll find this J.A. Allen project with adapters. I'm not going to get into the details of how to set up SQL Server or C#. I'm going to expect you to figure that out. But everything I've seen in the last number of years, this is easily the most straightforward. I got this up and running within 10 minutes once I've set up the SQL Server. Again, I'm not going to get into the setting up of SQL Server. It is not fun to set up, but you can download a trial edition with the SQL Server Express and Google away and figure it out. It's not that difficult. Okay, so what do you get with this source code when you download it? This Jallen zip. Now first I'm going to show you the database. Now like I said, I'm under the Server Management Studio. Under databases, we got the financial demo. This is what I'm always curious about. Every time I look at something, there's always a financial trading system, something or other in finance. No different with the CEP solution with the StreamInsights. You get that with this demo. So you do get a basic schema. Now, the London Quant was there when I discovered this stuff. Essentially, if you go into the start, you'll find, and when you install it, the StreamInsight here, you get samples. You also get an event flow debugger, and then obviously better documentation, which should be no surprise for anybody trying to do all this stuff. But anyways, let me show you what we got here. So we have here the various tables within this database. Let me just show you the columns, part of the schema. Obviously it's open, high, low, ticker, all that stuff. Real-time data, all the columns. What do we got here? Last volume. Okay. Real-time positions. This is the key right here. So when you open a position, this is what you need to track between your model and your component that's going to manage those trading positions when you send out and submit the order. So again, here is that info, and you also get the ID. Now that ID comes from your broker. Now if you're a member of mine on the quantlabs.net Premium, you'll know what I'm talking about when you hook up with the Interactive Brokers Trader Workstation, or TWS. You'll get that ID. You know what I'm talking about here. So you can plug this into the database, and now it's part of an internal database system. Okay, so there's some other cool stuff. Let me just show you this. This is, to me, answers a lot of my prayers. So we have here tickers. Let's see what we got in here. Ticker description type, okay. Trade data, date, ticker, volume, fixed profit, potential profit, trades, these are your orders obviously, price, volume, date, and what else? And then we have the volumes. Basic stuff, but this you can work off of and use it as a base, and it works. Hallelujah for that. Thank you, Microsoft. Okay, so let's see what we have under views. Okay, so we have asset structure, current assets, current stocks. Let's see what we got here. So these are all our views. If you're a database person, you'll know what I'm talking about. Anyways, you get the idea. One more just for kicks. Okay. So, let's move over to the code. Now this is the code when you open it up. Now you're going to get, you know, your stock insight, your, actually, let me just, these are your two sub projects. You get these adapters, which I'm not going to get into, with StreamInsights. This is the one I'm going to focus on, the insight adapters and the insight observable. If you're into design patterns, this is them. Okay. Now I'm not going to go into great detail on the code. I just want to show you that it runs. Okay. Now the interesting thing about this is that there is flat files. Okay. So let me just show you that. No. Where am I looking for that? J. Allen. Now, one thing I need to forewarn you about is SQL Server is a beast of a database. It's a beast. It's no different than Oracle. I mean, MySQL is lighter, but this is a very enterprise level database. So you're now getting into big boy stuff. Institutional. DirectEdge, the exchanges run off this thing. So that's how big of a database this is as a platform. So let me just continue on my search. So I think we need here historical data. Now I told you about the data or flat files, CSVs. So typically what will happen is I'm still trying to reverse engineer this code, but you know, this would be a typical, but in my case I could stream it into the SQL Server. This is a typical data that you could get that's loaded into SQL Server, and that's part of the source code I'm about to show you. Open, high, low, close, all that, volume, adjust to close, all that. Fine. Okay, so here's all the source code. I'm not going to go into great detail about it, but hey, it builds. Hooray. None of this monkey ass third party crap. This is coming from Microsoft. They put out stuff that actually works. Okay. So let's run one of these. So I'm going to set this project as my startup, stock insight adapter. I'm just going to start it again. I'm not going to get into all the nonsense of running or going into the source code, but what I want you to see is that there's a query, boom, 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 everything's working. Key, that's key. So you just saw it, and it is interacting with this database. Now the funny thing is, with this database, I didn't manually create all this financial demo database. When I ran the code, somewhere in the code, I got to figure it out where it's being done. It creates that database, all the tables for you. Pretty powerful stuff. Now let's just run this project here, stock insight observable. That's a design pattern, and let's run that. Now, of course, there's always a warm-up phase when it comes to interacting with a database, but there you go. It ran, and that's key. Now, here's the advantages you get with this solution is that you can have now everything stored in one database. You can have various components talk to it, insert, read, all that stuff, and it's all in one database. The question is, and this is the key, the question is the performance of this thing. How scalable it is and how efficient is it at performing. If it's slow, it's going to be a problem. But as it stands right now, this product, the StreamInsight, seems to work really well. It's easy to work with, and I got this piece up and running like really fast once I installed the database, SQL Server itself. And I was really shocked on everything. And I'm hoping that this is fast enough for me to get started on and continue with the progress of my platform, my trading platform, without this wonky queuing stuff and all this other stuff that's holding me back. But I just wanted to let people know about this, and a lot of the advantages that come with the StreamInsight, as well as the SQL Server itself. I'm going to look at the code. Now you know how I hope to do the CEP stuff and move on, so I can finish off this platform and get a demo together for people, and especially my members. Hopefully this will help you out, and I'll talk to you later.